Welcome to the trolley show. Here we have the X-mover. Right. I've fitted that bit there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a second part of the centre diff housing, support, mount, whatever you want to call it. This V6 has some red mount bits, but I mentioned on the last video I bought some EXB stuff off a crate in EXB, and that had it all looks exactly the same actually, the centre diff housing and the motor mount, except for that one front piece, like a U-shaped front piece that's metal. And what I've also done, because last time I was here, you may or may not remember from that riveting video, I managed to snap a toe link, steering toe link, that one. So I've done that, but I've also fitted, if you can see, because they're silver now, some progressive silver Adu Racing AliExpress super cheap springs. So you never know, it might be all right. What I'm thinking is it might protect it a bit off these horrible jumps I do constantly. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Somebody mentioned in one of the comments, one of my avid viewers mentioned in the comments, he says, wow, you know, you did a triple with that Notorious and it just soaked up the landing. You know, what have you done to this suspension? And I replied, nothing. It's exactly as it came out the box. So the suspension stock is brilliant, and now I've changed it. So we'll see if it makes any noticeable difference. It was they're thicker springs, thicker wire, and they are harder, so there's more resistance on them. So we'll see. If I keep landing like that, it'll be a short video, won't it? One jump, successful. Two. Not change the shock oil, that's the same. Oh, fucking hell. Can't tell a lot of difference. Other than it feeling slightly less less stable. Never really bounced up much anyway. I just thought a bit of extra suspension might help it with repeated landings on concrete. Can't get it to go straight, that's why I'm messing these jumps up. That's better. Ramp's cockeyed as well because my sandbank's gone. Ugh, keep getting stuck in that undergrowth. You wouldn't think, you know, if you put this thing in your hand and like revved it or whatever, you not revved it, but you know, gave it some. It's so strong, you wouldn't believe a little bit of weeds would do that, but it does. So it's still bottoming him out. It's still hitting the chassis, obviously, but it's got to be helping, hasn't it? It's got to be helping, surely. It just goes bosh and then stops, doesn't it? It really does land well. That looked really high. I'm about 6'3", so that did look high, didn't it? Can't quite line it up, even though I'm behind it. Nasty one on its nose. That was also nasty on its nose. Just a disconnect as usual. Nothing to worry about. Shell's not lasting very well, look. Look at that. I've just done that. That's when I landed on it. Yeah, it's like splitting around the edges. Which is annoying, isn't it? It's sitting a bit funny, that side, you can see. I don't know why. That something's pushing it out. Not sure. Like it's a bit twisted. Ugh. Come on. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So I have lost a CRCU wheel hub here before. And I never ever found it, which is weird, isn't it? Because I only drive in the same places, and they're quite big and silver, so you think you'd see it, wouldn't you? And I do tighten these, I do check them. I know I am an absolute abysmal RCer, but I do check things like wheel nuts. Look at that, look. It's absolutely gone. Split down the door, look. I mean, it's good realism. I've not stripped it. I've not stripped it. Right. This could end. This could end the play, couldn't it? Join me as we look for a wheel nut. But because I brought the Mover X, I have actually got a tool. So if I can find it, it can be put back on. But you can bet your dollar we won't. It's probably amongst all this shit. So I did that big triple, didn't I? Whatever that was. Come round here. So you think the wheel would fall off, wouldn't you? But the nut can come off way before the wheel does. So, you know, like and subscribe. I mean, if you want to watch more of this content, then you know, like and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. Ugh. How annoying. One thing I didn't bring was a spare wheel nut. So, I'm going to spare you watching this garbage. But yeah, what a truck. It's absolute. Ah, it's there, look. Woohoo! Gotcha. Right. Back to the Mover X. Oh, I can feel the heat coming through the chassis onto my hand, so probably do it a bit of good to stop for a little bit. Yeah, that body's bollocks, look. Excuse my language. Look at that. Look. So all my strengthening around the crappy clips has worked, because that's where it broke last time, around this. Because it sandwiches the shell and just breaks. So I intentionally, you know, stiffened around that. But the body shell last time was absolutely fine, but anyway. It's just crap, that, isn't it? For, you know, for what they cost. £60 or something, you know. Ridiculous, really. Fan stopped working, look. On the motor. It's a rocket fan, that one. So I bet that's getting hot. Let's see if I can jump start it. No, it's the wire. The wires come out. Ugh. So fiddly. Come on. So yeah, more great content. Watching an old man struggle with wires. Right, that's on now. That's on, that's on. That's out of the way. Right. The thing is, I never bring these out. I mean, really rarely. Only if I have like a technical malfunction do I not video when I'm out with them. So I know exactly how many times I've come out with this shell. You know, and I know how long it's lasted because of that. I don't think I've ever brought this out and not videoed it. So think probably 4 batteries through this shell. You know, and don't get me wrong, I know it's hard work on them, but you know, those Proline ones, the Proline one I fitted on the X-Max, I reckon that's been 9 months. So if they just used thicker plastic, you know what they're charging for these cars, fucking hell, you know, just buy a thicker plastic and then you'd wipe out, you know, and I don't want to wipe out people's businesses, but if you just charge another 50 quid for, I mean, how many shells, you know, are Arrma, how many shells are Arrma ordering from China or wherever they're made? I mean, they must be ordering obviously thousands. Surely they could negotiate a slightly thicker shell, you know, and not really put the price of the cars up much. And that would, you know, then people would buy, you know, if I got a year out of a shell, I'd buy, the next one I bought would be an Arrma one. They'd really wipe out that sort of aftermarket shell business, wouldn't they? But they don't. They persist on thin shells. I suppose they know people like me will buy them, but there's only so many I'll buy. The X-Max I gave up. I bet I had 3 stock shells on the X-Max. And yeah, they're dear. And I love how they look, but can't keep replacing them for what they cost. That disconnect. I lost all power then, mid-air. I was going to say that disconnected. It felt like it disconnected. Because when I went to give it some, it didn't react, which is weird. Not sure what happened then. Yeah, it's not got... That's full throttle. So I might be at low battery. Let's have a look. Got a red light. I think might mean that. Yeah, it's not too hot. The fan's brilliant, that's cooled it right down. So yeah, I've got a little red light flashing. Can't remember what it means. Some picture under there, but I can't see it. Don't know, but I think it's battery. Yeah. So I like those springs. Again, they were dead cheap. Dead cheap off AliExpress. 16 quid, something like that. And it took the landings, didn't it? Yeah, she's gone now. Yeah, brilliant. Shell's garbage. Shell is garbage. Shell garbage. Spring's good. Let's turn her off. I don't really think it needs a lot more. I think it is literally, it is going to break because the stuff you do with it, it weighs a ton as well, you know, it's dead heavy. The stuff you do with it or the stuff it can do, is probably pushing what you can do with a, you know, with an RC car that theoretically is an RTR, because it is incredible. I love it. It's a beast. Waterproof trainers made by On in Switzerland, apparently. I bet they're not. I bet they're made in Japan, or not Japan, I bet they're made in China. Japanese wouldn't make trainers, would they? Unless they're A6 Tiger maybe, or Mizuno. I think they might be Japanese, although probably going off topic a bit there, aren't we? Didn't see anyone, not a soul. Ramp was wicked. It's dead warm, September in England, but sun's out, it's lovely. Misjudged it, I've wore like a jumper and waterproof trainers, but there you go. So I hope you like that, Craig. I tried to do some quads there for Craig's crash and bash, because he was showing off the other day with his X-Max doing some massive jump. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do some big uns with this today, and it doesn't let you down, does it? Right, enough of me blabbing. Thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too boring. See you soon. Bye bye.